to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope this video finds you with good help. Right. So from the last couple of topics, we learned how to solve the couple of questions in easiest way. Now we are going to deal with some reasoning topic. The topic name is statements and conclusion. Yes, the name itself suggests that. So particular statements are given. You have to solve. You have to draw a conclusion. Our given conclusions, would they follow it or not? That is what your duty is. But for me, this statements and conclusion is not as easy as you feel, and it is not as easy as you feel. It's not as easy as you feel. It's not as difficult as you feel. It is pretty simple when you know the logic. I'm here to tell you how to draw the conclusion or the given conclusions, how to replicate the question, whether it is derived from the question or not. So first of all, you can see the screen. I pretty assume that now. So let me write the topic name so that you will not get confused here. Okay. Statements and conclusions. This is one of the crucial topics of InfyTQ, because my dear friend, the reason why I said crucial, why I use word crucial is, so there is a negative marking in the exam. So these looks, the options are pretty similar. You tend to attempt the question as a mandatory one. You just put a tick and then you move on to the next question, but it is not the way. But when you know the logic, when you know the process, I'm pretty confident that you can easily get the answer in very less time. Let's check it out. First question, guys. In a one-day cricket match, the total runs made by a team were 200. Out of these, 160 runs were made by spinners. So there is a cricket match. Those who are aware of, like fond of cricket, they would know what is this statement meant by. For those who not, I'll explain it, guys. So in a cricket match, one day means 50 overs match it is. The total runs made by a team were 200. Out of these, 160 runs were made by spinners. So basically, team is made of batsmen, bowler, in there's bowler, spinners, pacers, in batsmen, opening batsmen, middle order. So there are many, right? Top order, all-rounders are also there. So like there are many categories in a cricket team. But what he's saying is, out of this 200, 160 is being made by the spinners, right? So who are those spinners? We do not know. But whatever the data given in the statement, you have to stick to it. Don't assume anything from the given statement until unless there is a proper conclusion for you, right? For now, just 160 runs made by spinners. We don't know number of spinners, which spinner it is, whether it is Ravichandran Ashwin or Ravindra Jadeja or Anil Kumble or whoever it is. No, don't assume that. Now, what are the conclusions given? 80% of the team consists of spinners. So is it a proper, is there any proper evidence saying 80% of the team consists of spinners? No. The runs, 80% runs made by spinners. It doesn't mean 80% of the team consists of spinners, guys. This can be done by two spinners. Only two spinners. Two spinners can score 160 runs, guys. Believe me, right? So 80% of the team consists of spinners. It may consist of, but there is no proper evidence. It's just like sun rises in the east in all the days of the week, except Wednesday. Is it possible? No. Next. The opening batsmen were spinners. No. There is no evidence of concluding this statement because these runs were made by the spinners, not openers. Please be pretty sure about it. There is no word about openers, so you cannot consider this as the conclusion as well. So until unless you have a proper evidence, you cannot consider it as a conclusion. So here I'll explain it once again for you. 80% of the runs scored by spinners, but not team consists of spinners. 2 or 3 spinners can score the entire runs, guys. Right? So answer is neither one nor follow. 2 follows. I hope it is clear for you. Likewise, you have to deal. I'll take you to the next question, which is a bit complex than the first one, so that you can understand. Right. First, understand the statement, guys. Government has spoiled many top-ranking financial institutions by appointing bureaucrats as directors of these institutions. Who are bureaucrats? Official administrator or officer as directors of these institutions. First, government has spoiled, which means there is a negative term. Negative term happened to the financial institutions by appointing bureaucrats as directors, just like officers as directors of these institutions, which means the statement says that financial institution would have been in a good position if a director of financial background would have been appointed, right? Just because a director has been appointed just like that, it has been spoiled. That is what the statement says for us. You understand the basic English, guys? The bureaucrat is just an officer or administrator, officer who works for the government. Please don't mind about it. It's a new word. Underline it and learn it. Right. So, which means if a guy who has a knowledge on finance and financial institutions, he would have been the top financial institutions would have been a good position. That is what the statement says. Right. Next, conclusion one. Government should appoint directors of the financial institutions taking into consideration of expertise of the person in the area of finance. Yes, which means whatever the statement is saying, this conclusion one is supporting us. Definitely, yes. That is what I told you, right? So if a guy who has knowledge in financial background would have been altered the financial institution in a good manner. That is what the state conclusion one is saying. Yes, conclusion one follows. We'll check conclusion two. The director of a financial institute. What are the financial institutions? Banks. Banks are all best examples for financial institutions. Yeah. The director of financial institutions should have expertise commensurate with the financial work carried out by the institute. Which means that yes, there is a need of an expertise for a director in financial background for the welfare of the institute. That is what the second conclusion says. So when you understand the statement, you can easily understand the explanation of conclusion 1 and 2. Right. So both are definitely supporting the statement. So answer is E. Both 1 and 2 follows. Right. So third one, we'll deal with the third one. So that these three questions are of three different categories to make you understand properly the concept. But is right now, jade plant has thick leaves and it requires little water. So the jade plant, right? It is one of the types of plant, has thick leaves and it requires little water. So he is describing the jade plant. It has thick leaves and require little water. Definitely little water, right? So conclusion one, whether it is supporting or not. All plants with thick leaves require little water. So it is not at all mentioned about all the plants. It is just mentioned about the jade plant. Few plants with thick leaves may need more water, but here jade plant is describing just about jade plant. You cannot conclude about all plants, right? This is gone. Next. So jade plants may be grown in places. Now he's talking about jade plant. Be sure about it. May be grown in places where water is not in abundance. Abundance means ample quantity, the required quantity, large quantity. So jade plants may be grown in the places where water is not in abundance, which means if water is not in large quantity also, jade plant may be grown. Yes. Does it follow the statement, given statement, guys? Yes, because it requires little water. Not in abundance. Yes, some water is required to grow for jade plant. So it can easily grow in certain places where water is not in large quantities. So does it follow the statement? Yes. So only statement 2 follows. So jade plant may be grown in the water. So that's how you solve questions on statements and conclusion, guys. Hope you like this video. So this is Tipu Sultan Qureshi. Yes, if you have doubts, you can comment on comment box. We'll definitely address those questions. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel, which will help you for the more topics, more questions, more models in the coming days. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Take care. Be safe, my dear friends. That is important than anything. Bye bye.